Alright boys and girls, we're back with Ella today. She's working on her stalls. You've already seen her learning how to do power off stalls.
This coming back, keep it coming back, keep it coming back. More. Rudder control. There you go, that's the stall.
If you haven't seen that video, it's linked in the corner and in the description. Watch that one first. But today, we're going to go straight into power on stalls, and then you're going to see Ella's first ever approach and landing. Rudder control is a key element in a successful stall, and today Ella's going to learn a valuable lesson in why that is.
Just wait till we get to the power on stall.
So
that one has no flaps, right?
That's got no flaps.
Okay.
You want me to show you one quickly?
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you
Let's do a quick demo.
Welcome to LewDix Aviation, the home of fun-filled aviation videos. I invite you to like, subscribe, and enjoy the flight as I welcome you to the sky. LewDix Aviation videos are edited to be as entertaining as possible. This may remove context. Many procedures, situations, explanations, and flight phases have been edited out. Do not use for instructional purposes. This video is for entertainment purposes only.
So power on stall is essentially, once we get to our rotation speed, we're going to go full power, and this thing is going to rise on us, okay? When we, let me ask you this, when we're in a climb, what's going to try and take us off to the left side?
One of the left turning tendencies.
One of them, or even all of them, how about that? So it's really important to keep that right rudder in. So I'll kind of show you what it does without the rudder, and then I'll add the rudder in there. But here we go. So this is the power on the stall, so we're going power back. So the only thing you've got to maintain altitude is the nose. That's all you can do. You've got to raise angle of attack to increase lift. So you say, I'm increasing. This is decreasing, but this is staying the same. That's what we want to see, and it takes quite a bit of pressure, but we're at 55, so now we're going to go full power. Now, I'm not going to touch the rudder. You see the nose going off left?
Oh yeah.
That's not what we want, so you keep the right rudder in there, just keep pitching up, and it'll get to a certain point where it can no longer hold itself. It comes down. I'm using rudder to maintain the heading, and we're going to power back. You want to try one?
Yeah.
Controls.
My controls.
No control.
The angle was a lot steeper than I realized.
It's a lot steeper, right?
Okay,
Exactly.
so or lowering power, pitching it up, and then recovering by nose down.
Just nose down, yeah.
Just nose down.
Just nose down. When you feel the buffet and this thing doesn't want to support itself, you'll know, you'll feel it, but it's really important for the rudder. Because if the rudder control isn't good, this thing is going to spin. Okay?
Okay.
And if the wing does drop away from you, I'm going to take control immediately and stop it, okay?
Okay.
Just set 2,500 feet, let's be disciplined.
Okay.
Good job, cool.
Apoca Patrick area, Apoca 546 over the lake, Apoca 2000 during the full flight.
Lake Fox traffic, Cessna Sky 734 Mike Golf on the west side of the lake, 2,500 feet, about to do power on stall. Let's hope we don't spin like a Apoca. Hello. Hello. There you go.
Maintaining the nose, maintaining heading, altitude.
So that heading is slightly off, just bring it back to that heading. Then altitude, pull back. That's all you can do, it gets quite heavy.
Alright, keep pulling power back?
No, you can keep the power where it is, yeah.
Okay.
Keep pulling back on that thing, keep pulling back. There you go. And then once we get to 55, go full power. Make sure that as we do that, we want to keep stalling it, keep
keep going back?
Yeah, keep coming back. Go full power with it, because we're taking off, right? Take off, stall, full power. There you go. Now this is where rudder control is really important, so keep that right rudder in. There you go. That's a little bit too much. Keep this coming back. Keep it coming back. That's a little bit too much rudder. There you go. That's
But I feel like the ball's not in the cage.
My controls?
Your controls.
My controls.
4,500, 4 miles.
That's just that rudder. That's just that rudder situation.
So for here, you said too much rudder.
Yeah, it was, so you saw, while we were, I'll kind of put us back into that position, while we were pitching up, the nose was kind of swinging right, and then too much to the left, and then swinging right again, and that's just destabilizing, and then all of a sudden it wants to go like that. So if you saw what I did, I brought the power to idle, lowered the nose, and I just used the rudder in the opposite direction from the way that the wing was going, so it was going left, so I put right rudder in to stop this thing from spinning away. That's as simple as it was. That's how you get out of a spin, so why don't we just do that one more time.
So when this was going to the right, because I saw it was like all the way over here.
Yes.
A lot of right rudder then?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It takes more right rudder, because all those left turning tendencies are trying to take you off to that side.
Power, keeping it up. Okay, now bring in the nose back.
Right there, you can go full power. And this is where it's really going to try and take you left. So nice right rudder. Yep, nice, 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 nice. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. So keep this thing coming back. Keep this thing coming back. Keep it coming back. Really pull back a little bit more right rudder. It's going to try and go left. And there you go. There you go. Yes!
Mile to the southwest
Nice.
of New Smyrna.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. My controls.
Your controls.
My controls. Good job.
That one feels a lot trickier than the one with flaps.
I honestly, I don't really like power on stalls. I never liked them as a student, but if you know what the aerodynamics of it is, and in a spin, how to get out of a spin, it's not that difficult at all. How do you feel?
Good.
Feel good?
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely progress to make on the second one, but the first one was
Absolutely. The power on stall was, sorry, the power off stall, the last one that you did was really nice, really beautiful. Maintain heading, did all that, did good procedures. So we'll come out next time and practice those again, see if we can perfect those. But you see, that power off stall is what I consider a prerequisite for doing landings. Because all you're trying to do is, like we did yesterday, you came in on an approach and maintained the speeds, nose down towards the runway and stuff, but when you get towards the runway, you want to stall this thing onto the runway. So you having the flaps in there, pulling this to idle, and kind of raising the nose, you kind of do, that's the same technique that you're using for a landing. You're just doing it low enough over the runway to kind of grease it onto the runway. Now, how do we get back into Orlando Executive?
like direction-wise or procedure-wise?
Procedure. What do we need before we contact tower?
Oh, weather?
Yes, you're flying and you're doing everything. I want you to do all of that, getting the weather information, writing it down, and then as we get closer, we'll kind of descend a little bit further.
Okay, so we need to find out what the 8 is on. It's like multitasking right now,
Yeah,
since I'm being blinded by the sun.
Yeah, I know. This is not an easy task.
Okay, 8 is 127.25.
Cool, so that's on which comp? Comp 1 or Comp 2?
Comp 1.
10, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 21, altimeter 3011. Visual approach, runway 7 in use, Orlando Executive Tower, information, Bravo. 1353 Zulu observation, wind variable at 4, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 21, altimeter 3011. Visual approach, runway 7 in use. Delivery is available on ground control frequency 121.4.
Cool, sweet, you got it. Love it. What's tower frequency?
This is like ultimate multitasking right now.
Yep.
Tower frequency 118.7.
Okay, switches the tower. I've moved us back over to Comp 2 because it's just a better comp. So,
okay. 118.7, so this one
cool.
right here.
Sweet. What's ground frequency?
Ground is 121.4.
Set that on standby on number 2. Good job, frequencies are all set. Cool.
Okay.
We're on tower, we got that on standby. Alright, sweet, so we got the weather information, we know we're using runway 7. If we are coming towards runway 7 going that way, I'd probably say they're going to bring us in on a left base for runway 7, which if you see downtown Orlando ahead, the heading that you've got right now is taking us perfectly for a nice entry into the traffic pattern. Now you may, remember yesterday they told us to go over that way?
Yeah, like pretty wide out.
Pretty wide, so they may tell us to do that, right? So we'll kind of be aware of that, but we're on tower. To go through the radio call, it is Executive Tower, Skyhawk 734 Mike Golf. 10 miles to the northwest, because that's where we're coming from, that's where the tail is. Full stop landing. Information, what is it?
Bravo.
Bravo.
Was it Orlando Executive Tower 734, Michael, 10 miles.
Northwest.
10 miles northwest, full stop landing.
Information, Bravo.
Information, I'm gonna let you do it, unless I can write it down real quick.
Practice it again.
Orlando Executive Tower 734, Michael, 10 miles northwest. Information Bravo, full stop landing.
Say it, go for it, don't think about it, go. Give it a go. If you f up, you f up, it is what it is.
Orlando Executive Tower 734, Michael, 10 miles northwest. Information Bravo, full stop landing.
We're 734 Mike Golf, Orlando Executive Tower. Enter left base, west side of downtown, runway 7.
Left base, west side of downtown, runway 7, 734 Mike Golf. Excellent job. Good job, well done.
Thank you.
Good job. So he said west of downtown for the left base, so just head to downtown, and on this side of it, we're going to make a turn that way, and then to the runway, okay?
Okay.
Number 4, Mike Golf, change of plan, flight suggested heading of 160 and look for jet traffic to follow.
160, look for the jet, 734 Mike Golf.
Tower November 5,
Good job, 160, fly that heading, great job.
For 5 extra.
Now with everything going on, we've changed heading, we've got to do the checklist, we've got to look for a jet, we've got to look for the airport. There's so much going on, which
yeah, I know.
that's why I wanted to give you controls for it, because I can see how much you have to kind of multitask.
Yeah, I kind of like multitasking, honestly. I think it's fun to, you know, like juggle everything.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with it, so.
Mixture rich, landing light on. Want that on?
Yes, please.
Okay. Light on, fuel selector both.
Cool.
Flaps as required.
So we'll pull those in once we're closer to the runway.
And let me on that
track
heading.
249, left turn northwest, one approved, runway 7,
And we're
7,
still should be decreasing at 1300.
13, yeah.
And then carburetor heat on.
Cool, so just hold off on the carburetor until we're a little bit closer. Once we're ready to introduce flaps, we'll put the carburetor heat on.
Okay.
Just like that stall. I don't know if you can see the jet in the sky above us.
Yeah.
That's the guy that we're following, I believe. At 734 Mike Golf. I believe we've got the jet in sight, just 12, kind of going 11 o'clock now.
Number 4, Mike Golf, Roger, just flight suggested heading now 150 to join final.
150 to join, 4 Mike Golf. 150 on the heading. So now you've done the checklist, the focus transitions to entering the pattern and landing. So it's better to do that early than it is late. And now it's 1300 feet until we get closer, and then you can start to drop it down and kind of use your judgment, and we'll build on what we did yesterday with the landing. For the landing, that kind of stall technique that we used, we kind of want to use that stall technique for the landing, but we want to get it close to the runway. So what's going to happen, you're going to bring it to the runway, you're going to shift your eyes to the end of the runway and hold the nose to that point and let the energy bleed off. It's going to float a little bit, and then at a certain point you're going to feel this aircraft want to drop. Once it does drop, if you just let it, we're going to slam. Once it drops, you kind of just pull back just a little bit more to maintain that nose at the end of the runway. So it's really important to keep your eyes at the end. That's going to help you with the flow. I'll help you with it. Landings are going to come in time, but I want to get you into the flow. Do you see the runway?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So you're going to line up for that. Good job, good job. You're dropping that altitude. You're kind of using your judgment, because you know we don't, you know, we want to descend towards the runway. Good job. Love it.
9 o'clock in about.
Alright, sweet. So we're going to start to kind of stabilize now. So pull the carb heat.
Carb heat.
Reduce the power.
6.
Yeah. Slow flight and stalls. So keep the nose down towards the runway. We're already below the white arc, so you get 10 degrees flaps.
10 degrees.
10 degrees, and then nose is going to want to rise, so you got to keep that nose towards the runway.
311, fly the nice one departure, runway 7, quick takeoff.
Good job. Just pull me over to the right a little bit. We're just holding left of the runway.
311.
So pull it over to the right. Keep that nose down. Good job, good job. Doing a great job. Doing a great job. 900 feet, speeds at about 70. You can afford to bring that nose down a little bit more. There you go, that's perfect. And then if you drop too far with the altitude, you can add the power a little bit, raise the nose slightly, just little pitch of power, slow flight techniques. You see how it applies? Yeah, this is 7.
Did they just clear someone for takeoff?
They did, but it'll be gone by the time we get there.
Okay.
It's a good consideration though, it's good that you're thinking that. So 20 degrees flaps please.
Flaps 20.
Keep that nose towards the runway. Don't let it rise. Because of course if you let it rise, what's going to happen to that airspeed?
It's going to go down.
It's going to go down, exactly. If it does happen to go down, you can increase the power so then you can lower the nose. And it'll increase the speed for you. Just lower that nose a little bit more, it's just a little bit high. There you go.
Does this one have the lights?
It does, yeah. They're very faint though, the left side of the runway, so we are slightly high, but it's okay. We got a long runway, plenty of runway, but now you're on the glide, so you're perfect now.
Cronus 465.
The speed is exactly where it needs to be. We'll just hold all this stabilization for now. Doing a really nice job.
Sorry, Career track 465.
Now I kind of feel like the aircraft is going to drop a little bit too low. Keep that nose down because our speed is too low, 160 to 65. So now it's dropping a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So add a little bit of power just to kind of level off, and that'll allow you to get the nose down. I'm going to give you some trim to kind of help with that.
Ooh, you're being bounced around.
Yeah. This is where rudder control is really important.
Like, now is not the time.
Yeah, please, wind. And drop the power again. And add 30 degrees of flaps.
30 degrees.
We've made the runway, so we know we're golden. Just lower that nose a little bit more. I'm going to give you more trim. Cool. Alright, so now just check that airspeed. How's that airspeed?
Airspeed 65.
Perfect. Beautiful. We don't need to look at that anymore. So
Okay.
pull the power to idle. Eyes to the end of the runway. Hold the nose up to it. So kind of pull the nose back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. More. There you go. And just hold it right there.
Woo!
Welcome to the ground.
Not quite as smooth as yesterday.
Not quite as
but
smooth.
we're alive.
But that's okay. So now what we're going to do is you're going to slow this aircraft down. You're going to use just minimal braking.
Okay.
Minimal braking.
Number 4, Mike Golf, left at Alpha 5, ground point 4.
Left Alpha 5 over the ground for my golf. So kind of slowing it down. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. You're not slamming on the brakes. Well done. And now it's slow enough to take around the corner. I like how you're trying to steer with this. No, nothing going on here.
I feel like I was in a car.
And then you see the whole short line?
Yes.
We have to pass that. We have
Okay.
to get off the runway past that. That is when we are fully clear. We're still on the runway at the moment. To a full stop here. And then we go through the after landing checklist. Great job.
Woohoo!
Great job.
Ooh.